right, here we go. So I'm doing this because I saw somebody who made a comment on Odyssey. I sounded like I was from Boston. Odyssey, and they basically said, you know, you gave some good examples of your video where people who talk about race are cringe, but is race real or not? And it's like you gave some good examples. It's like yeah, because I mentioned Mike Enoch, I mentioned Augustus Invictus, who has kids with Asian women. Mike Enoch, of course, was married to a Jewish woman. You know, Farad Muhammad. Now, of course, like I say, NOI folks don't really like to talk about that, or the fact that Elijah Muhammad was half white. But anyway, these are examples of folks who went on and on about race. It's like you can have, I'm just going to go into, I'm just going to just jump right into it. If you feel you yourself, want to continue on being, having Indian children or having white children or, quote unquote, white or Indian Aryan children, I don't know, or Chinese or whichever, then go for it. Go for it. I'm not going to sit here and, but the thing is, though, you have to be careful about what you say about race nowadays. You do. And you can't be a fucking chump. We saw this shit and we saw all the cope recently about James Alex Fields getting sick and stuff like that. Or maybe he had to go to the hospital, though. And I say to myself, how much money does this guy get? How much money is going to his commissary? How much is money going towards his legal defense fund? All this other shit. You can hate the guy, go ahead. But if you're a genuine white nationalist and all this other shit, how long are you really going to put yourself on the line to defend him? That's the real fucking question, isn't it? Like I say, a lot of folks talk shit. A lot of folks talk this shit. They want to go on and on about race. But then you have, these niggas like Augustus Invictus that has children with a Filipino woman. And you niggas, I don't know. It makes me upset because you see all the LARPing and you see all the lashing out. It happens all the time with any political movement, but it gets especially nasty with, like Wignats and Nazi types and shit. Is they just lash the fuck out. We saw it in the Second World War, right? It's supposed to be these Aryans and we want to preserve Germanic culture and all this other shit. Guess what, though? They abandoned people as soon as they could, and Hitler was like, they deserve to die. Fuck them. Yeah, they were hanging troops left and right. You had cowards, absolute fucking cowards. People like this Field Marshal Ferdinand Schörner, who they were flying court martials that went on all the time, and people were hung. And they say, I didn't want to defend Germany, signs around their necks. Of course, it shouldn't be a surprise because of what they did to the Soviet people. Whether it's Russians or whether they're Ukrainians or what, I'm not going to sit here and get in. But the thing is, though, they hung plenty of them. So it shouldn't be a surprise. If that's how they treat their enemies, how the fuck do you think they're going to treat you? But the thing is, man, let me finish up about Ferdinand Schörner. He did all this and, basically told Hitler what he wanted to hear. What did this nigga do? This nigga dressed up in some lederhosen and basically just gave handshakes to his staff and said, bye. That's what he said. And he's just like, and he disappeared into the mist. This nigga ran away like a fucking coward. Do you really want to deal with people like that? Look, if you yourself want to preserve your culture, go for it. But why listen to these fucking chumps? Why listen to these fucking LARPers? Do it on your own. Start your own family. Start your own manor. But I'm pretty much just saying what I wrote in that in 2 comments. But it's like, start your own tribe. Get your own family. Stop LARPing on lines. Stop talking shit, nigga. Go out there and do something. Go find you a chick. Get you some game and do it. Instead of wasting your time listening to these edgy ass niggas, these edgy ass bitches that ain't gonna do shit. TRS ain't gonna do nothing. The National Justice Party ain't gonna do shit. You know, y'all can feel as you want to about this, but Culture Thug, my man, he's not gonna get elected, all right? You can go ahead and listen to his work and enjoy his work. I don't even have a problem with him. But it's like, look, man, we're coming to a point where it's like you have to be self-sufficient. And you have to learn to take care of your fucking own. Nobody is coming for you. Nobody. Nobody's coming for me. Nobody's coming for you. Nobody is going to save you. You have to save yourself the best that you can. LARP all day about your own shit and say, "Oh, I'm gonna, I'm gonna be an Aryan." Fuck you. Go ahead and do that then, man. Whatever you tell yourself whatever the fuck you want to, but stop being a bitch. Stop being a fucking chump. I don't want people to end up, I'm just gonna say this as plain as I can. I don't want people to end up like James Alex Fields and end up being a fucking martyr for some fucking movement that doesn't give a shit about you. All right? I'm not even going to sit here and get into race. You know what? Because if you have LARPers who constantly talk about it, chances are if they keep on talking about it, you're going to find out that they're covering for something else. All right? And it's been proven many, many a time. You know? You'll find out this one, I can't even think of the guy's fucking name, but guess what? Talks about, white people this, white people that, and guess what? He got fellatio from like a 12-year-old black kid or something like that. People that talk about race all the fucking time are cringe. Believe what you want, but keep it to your goddamn self. That's it. I don't know why I had to get nasty and angry, but it's so tiring. I can't listen to this bullshit where people want to go on and on talking about resistance movements or some other LARP. No, nigga, you ain't doing shit. You're not doing shit. You're not coming to come save us. I don't like your edgy bullshit jokes where you're talking about gay ops and shit. I don't give a fuck. I just want to try to live my life. And to make my little bullshit videos and read so I can pretend that I'm intelligent. I'm tired of living in a fucking fantasy. I'm tired of living on cope. And you should too, listener of this video. You should be tired of listening to this cope. Saying, oh, we're going to come back. Catholicism is going to return. Stop living in fucking LARPville. Stop it. Do something. Learn a trade, learn to move, move. I mean, well, you can learn, but move inland or whatever the fuck it is. Make friends with your neighbors and stop, living in some LARP land, listening to TRS or listening to the fucking, what is it? Full House, HAUS. I think those guys got taken down. They started to, mooch off of the TRS niggas. Or, what's his name? The guy who calls himself, Patrick Siegeman. Why America, Surviving Why America, that's it. Listen to edgy bros like that. Stop living in fucking fantasies like that. Live your life. Anyway, that's all I gotta say. It makes me upset because you're just hurting yourself. You're just hurting yourself by doing that. You don't have to be like a fucking Vosh and talk about race mixing every 5 minutes, but you don't have to be a fucking loser who's still talking shit, acting like they're going to do something. They ain't going to do nothing. They just talking. And they will sell you out to protect themselves. And they will lash out at their own audience. When are you going to wake up to... You know what? I'm done. All right. I hope y'all enjoy that. I'm sorry for screaming and yelling, but I had to get that out. Anyway, hopefully y'all enjoy this. See you later. Goodbye.